Hi folks, welcome back to Backyard Aviary Adventures. We're not going away this weekend, but we're going to do some local birding. There's a few birds we're hoping for, and hopefully one real mega. Stick with us. We headed up the coast about an hour and 20 minutes towards the Carnarvon area to where this mega duck had been seen. Hi folks, we're in the car getting the gear out. We're looking for a mega that's been seen here, a Firecrest tail from all the way from East Russia. Kaylee's just got the scope out. We've chased it around a bit. It hadn't been seen, then it had been seen in two different locations. So we are currently heading to where it is now. When we arrived, there were a few other birders there, but up until then, nobody had seen the duck. We looked out onto the estuary where there were plenty of ducks. We saw quite a lot of pintail, a few widgeon, and a few wading birds. We also saw a couple of goldeneye, which was nice. We then decided to take a short drive to a pond where the duck had been seen previously. On the way, we bumped into another birder who told us the duck had been at the pond and it had flown back towards the estuary. Hello. We're here and the Firecrest tail is in front of us, asleep at quite a distance. But we've seen it. I've got some footage. I'm waiting for it to hopefully stick its head up so we can get a photograph. But that's another lifer. Whee! And it's a mega as well. Excellent. So this is what we're looking at. So all the way out there behind me is the Firecrest tail. But it's cool. After being asleep for some time, the Firecrest tail suddenly got up and went for a walk. Although it was at quite a distance away, I was able to get this rather shaky footage of it. But even at this distance, you can see how striking this duck is. After its little walkabout, it went back to sleep again. That was so cool. This is a bird that breeds in eastern Russia and winters in eastern China and Japan. And it's on the north coast of Wales. What absolute madness. And there's only been 11 accepted records of this bird in the UK ever. So this is a serious bird. What a mega. We watched for a while, feeling rather privileged to see this very rare visitor. At this point, we decided to move on to the next bird. This meant heading back along the coast towards Llandulus, where a few species of scoter had been seen. But before we show you that, we'd like to invite you, if you like our videos on our channel, to please subscribe, like, and comment on any of the videos you would like. And if you want notifications, press the notification bell. Let's get back to the bird watching. Upon arrival, we saw some of the pretty obvious seabirds like herring gulls and cormorants who were fishing quite close in. The unusual thing was there was a group of common scoter that were further in than I've ever seen them before. This meant some great views. Amongst these common scoter that were displaying and also fighting a bit, there was a lovely red-breasted merganser too. But these were not the birds we'd came for. We were looking for both velvet scoter and, more importantly, surf scoter. After looking in entirely the wrong part of the sea, we were pointed towards where the scoter had been seen, and they were remarkably far in. Both the velvet and the surf scoter seemed to be hanging around reasonably close to each other. The surf scoter was an awesome looking duck with a very big colourful bill and white patch on the back of the neck. We had seen velvet scoter in the past, but at a very long distance away. Surf scoter we hadn't seen, so this was a lifer. And to make it extra cool, we were able to get footage of both surf and velvet scoter in the same video. That was epic. But then we had to move on. I'd been in contact with a fellow birder who'd pointed us to where he'd seen merlin in the past. This small bird of prey is a lifer for Kaylee, so we went for a look. Hi folks, we've driven round an area that I was told we may see Merlin. Unfortunately, after a couple of drives up and down this stretch of road, we haven't seen any. So we're now heading to Clocheenog Forest. After not finding the Merlin, we headed towards Clocheenog Forest where goshawk have been sighted. But en route, we stopped to use a public toilet, which was by this lovely stream where I had a look and saw this wonderful little wren. And in an adjacent field, some rooks feeding by the road. After stopping again en route to photograph this lovely buzzard, we finally got to the beautiful Clocheenog Forest. Hi folks, here at Clocheenog Forest, where we have seen goshawk briefly at a distance. I don't have any footage so far away, but it was a lifer. After seeing the wonderfully majestic goshawk that we couldn't get footage of because it was so far away, we decided to head home as it was starting to get dark. Good morning all, it's Sunday morning. We're going smew hunting. Smew are like small black and white diving ducks, and the female have got like a red cap on them. It's a bird we've not seen before. We're heading to a place called Lapwing Hall Lake, which is about an hour away from where we live. They've not been seen there for 2 days, but we're going to chance it anyway, and join us. After an hour's drive, we finally got to Lapwing Hall Pool. Hey folks, we're heading towards Lapwing Hall Pool, looking for some smew that were there a couple of days ago, so we're really chancing it. May not still be there, but if they are, that's a lifer. Let's see if we can find them. We took a walk around this surprisingly big pool, trying to find somewhere where we could get a really good view over the biggest part of the water. Hey folks, we found the smew. We found the lake and the smew. So it's right at the far end of this really big lake, so we're going to try and walk around and try and get a better view. Come and join us. We walked very briskly round the other side of the pool, hoping to get a better view of the smew. Hello. Hello. Yeah, we've had the smew. We chased it around the lake, and as soon as we got there, we saw it, and it flew to the other side of the lake, where we couldn't find it. But we've got it, and I've got a snippet of footage, so that's another lifer. Woo! Don't know where we're going now. I'll let you know in a minute. Although the views of the smew were very fleeting, it was really, really nice to see, and it's a duck that we have been after for a while. We saw some other birds on the way back, like some lovely tufted ducks and goosander as well. We then headed to Manchester. Hello folks, somehow we're in North Manchester. The day took a little unexpected turn because a Firecrest turned up here. Now it doesn't seem a massively rare bird, but we've not seen one, and it's been a bit of a nemesis of us, to the point where we joked that they would pretend and didn't exist.
Don't exist, no.
So apparently there's one here, or it's been seen this morning, so let's look. Fingers crossed. So we're in a very busy park.
What am I doing?
What are we doing? Trying to find a needle in a haystack. It is one of the smallest birds, I think joint smallest bird in the UK.
We've got to be home by 4:30.
And we've got to, we're going to make sure we're home for the girls later on. We followed our birding app to where the Firecrest had been seen. There were a few other birders, of which a couple said they had seen it that morning, but it remained pretty elusive from there. We waited around for quite a while, but no sign at all. No Firecrest. Yeah, grim. There were a lot of birders there. Somebody had seen it earlier on, but it was like a needle in a haystack and it was bloody freezing. So we're heading to very, very quickly finding a waxwing, and then we've got to go home. So let's see if we can find that. This was a waxwing that had been seen in a housing estate in Bolton. This was a very short and unfruitful visit. We only had about 20 minutes because we had to get back to the girls. Hi folks, we're heading home. We had a look for the waxwing. We didn't have a long time. It was a bit of a rush really, because we're going to get back home to our girls coming home. So We stuck around for about 20 minutes, but no sign. So we're heading home. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and please subscribe. Also, comment if you like. Thanks so much.